anything
Yeah.
to get that. And mind you, this is a guy who has asked for the first time in his home region, could not get, and decided to come to Switzerland. Yeah, so there's that tendency that you might overdo things if you don't put yourself in check, right? So I'm sure it's up to Hajide, and of course we spoke to him yesterday. He was saying that there was nothing wrong with his promise to ferry his constituents to the US to go and watch.
You know,
the games.
yeah, I think that it may have been a harmless promise. But if you listen to the context of it, come on. Come on. Who are you kidding? you Charlie, like they say when you how do you people say it in tree? I can't remember, but I think something in the frame that if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
you have a baggage.
Yeah.
Relax. I think you could have done other. The moment you draw the Australian analogy,
Yeah.
and say Australia credit was how many hours are we? 17.
Yeah, 17.
How much more US are there?
7 hours.
But US is not
Almost
7 hours.
But he's come to clarify that the Australia bit was there's some two people that he sponsored to go and then further the education.
He says
Tell me the story.
he says there will be a World Cup in America.
In America, yeah.
What was the Australia one here? He was
Was
it not
Common
sports?
games, yes.
Yeah,
So
it's the
I
same
mean, why
thing.
would you draw such a
Correlation.
Why would you draw such a needless attention to yourself?
Yeah.
Because right now everybody is like, okay, well, it's just a matter of time for the guy to just blab out what really happened.
Yeah.
He says, well, there is nothing to prove that I was guilty. But I mean, why do you do such a pit for yourself?
Yeah.
And then you go and talk about free exit. That's the best thing you can offer to the children. That's the best you can promise.
And these are
You can't even say that if there's a lab in your school, I want to refurbish it.
Oh, free exit.
Look,
The kids don't want to stay in school. You are going to refurbish the lab.
You know,
Like, seriously.
It is serious.
they will tell you. They'll probably will tell you that this was in jest. Is this the best joke to crack?
No, the girls were happy.
And one of them even said, "Oh, and I mean, like 3, and I mean, remember 12."
Yeah.
So it's just paint the picture.
I remember
It's easier
12.
to get.
I remember 12. Come on.
No.
Come on.
I mean, I think our politicians should lift the bar.
There's more to life than
They should lift the bar.
Going to
This
Parliament, going to the-
This week, this week, look, I've been sad. Like I'm
Then
sad.
there-
I've been
then
sad.
there-
I've recovered. Look, now
Then there is Napo.
the Napo is fighting God and Jesus. The new one is the new attack is on Jesus.
Stop
That-
that.
I'm not kidding.
Oh,
I've not heard that one. He do my test
When the incident that happened in the ship that the disciples came to call Jesus and calm the water.
Yeah.
It was when Jesus Christ was asleep. Just in an attempt to jab 24-hour
justify-
economy, we've gone from God to His Son. We don't know who. Please, we are pleading on behalf of the Holy Ghost as Christians.
You know-
God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Beg you.
I think I was scrolling through social media and I saw that was it. Ajinkwa Wadana. Then Ajinkwa is like giving the bombastic side eye.
But Mama has caused problem. Just 124-hour economy.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing, and I've had a cause to say this to the handlers of Napo, right? That
it's
number one rule for holes. You know holes, right? When you are in one, stop digging. That's the number one rule.
Hey, the guy
holes.
keeps digging.
You see, so when you touch on something, and
there's a
an
backlash.
outcry, right? Still,
Leave it. No.
Yeah, like still.
Napo won't.
Yeah, still. So now, for instance, the mining thing. There was one comment that Napo made, and it's good that Professor Mafo has not responded. Professor Mafo was on Ebusian FM in Kumasi, Brifosem.
You said it's NDC, the provost, right?
Yes, provost of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology had said that he had repeated what Joe White said.
Yeah, Joe White.
I had an interview with Joe White. Joe White said, "Shoot and kill them." Right? He had repeated that. And then Napo on a political platform said, the man is NDC, and it's NDC people that are saying that they should shoot the Galamseyers and kill them. And that, no, they will not be shot, they will not be killed. They will rather be assisted to do their mining. But of course, they should stay off the water bodies, right? That one drew some reactions here and there. No problem. Like, keep repeating that, no problem. He's just gone a step further to talk about excavators.
They will give everybody excavator.
Now, yes, I understand the statement from Fifi Boafo that the contest, what he meant to say was that they will assist them in acquiring excavators. What he meant to say, but that was not working.
No, but you see, that's the problem with
You
Napo.
assist who to.
Every time he speaks, someone has to come and explain.
He's been running mates for how many weeks
I think
or months?
then he shouldn't speak at all. Before anything he wants to do, they should meet him. He should say, then they will interpret and then
give us
issue
the
a statement.
press
Because
release. But we're going to miss it.
eh?
They go like that route, we're going to miss
Because
it.
that's the way
Now
they-
it's my favorite politician.
But to be honest, if I'm sure that level-headed people are seeing this headache as needless. It's needless headache.
I think, you know,
Needless
someone says that if Baumia got this, then just
No,
say,
Askat.
Yeah, but because look, even for the 24-hour economy, what did Baumia say? That's already there. He doesn't even get the fuss about the NDC promise, blah blah blah. Only for Napo to come and say that who works 24 hours, even God can't sleep.
because Baumia said even Chobas, some
Yeah, so.
But I've heard commentary to the effect that he has a base.
Okay.
And
Is
probably
that
he's
feeling-
energizing that
to
base.
Yeah.
Any,
We hope it's worth it, just like Hajide, because there's life after politics. I
Yeah,
just
most
hope
definitely.
that, because people will have a certain perception about you forever.
Yeah.
And if you don't take care and you go on that loose talk spree, anyway.
I need to play that song. Now I think it should be my intro.
Oh, Nadidi, quick one.
What is it?
Charlie, I was just going through, see, it just hit me about the calf ban.
Yeah.
Charlie.
We don't have a home. In
No,
our
no,
country.
that is one of my, see, University of Ghana, we spent $34 million US on University of Ghana just to complete it. This was a project that we started from scratch.
Started
We
under
spent
Kofo.
$145 million on Boteman.
Yeah.
Then we spent another almost 50 million on renovation of the Kumasi sports
the
stadium.
Baba
It's
Yara.
been renovated. Baba Yara has been renovated 4 times in
Yes.
5 years.
Yes.
And still, we don't have a place to play football.
So even the Legon one does not meet international standards.
No, it's never even been up for
It's,
consideration.
yeah, no. It's
Not been up.
No,
But
nobody.
you see, I don't know whether CAF was listening to me, and I'm sorry. I apologize to Ghanaians if I was the one that CAF was
So we listen to
listening to.
one Insta.
Because I had mentioned that they had lowered the standard in
Of course.
approving the
No.
Baba Yara
You
Sports
know,
Stadium.
I also did add that
Yeah.
sometimes the people at the helm, you know, some of these sub-regional bodies, because
We are funding.
because they have a soft spot for us.
For us,
funding
They,
members
a lot of the
CAF.
times there are things they let us pass on.
Yeah.
But if they are subjecting us to strict proof, there are a lot of things that we don't meet the standards.
Even boxing,
But
that doesn't allow us to
because
box
we
here.
are the beacon of democracy, this is Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana. So
Ghana.
there is a soft spot
It's
for
true,
us.
yeah.
But I think that increasingly we are failing to live up to the billing.
Yeah.
And it's unacceptable
Yeah.
that for a country as blessed as Ghana is, this should not be a problem.
No.
And I will always reference our Angolan coach.
Yeah.
He says, with the kind of players we have, we deserve better facilities.
Yeah.
We deserve better facilities.
How much is a pitch?
That's
It's
all.
an embarrassment. And you see, all of them are going around commissioning AstroTurf. And what's the point if you commission 1 million AstroTurf and don't have any place to play an international football?
Then again, social media. I saw someone's comment and said that, so yeah, no me. They
Yeah,
couldn't
no
use
me.
one of the AstroTurf to do that. You know, we always major on the minors. When people are talking and touting achievements in the sports sector, they tell you AstroTurf. When increasingly science is telling you that AstroTurf even is not helpful for the players,
Oh, yes.
because when they get injured on the AstroTurf, it's worse
It's much
compared
more
to the
serious.
grass field.
Yeah.
So why is it that people would just not apply common sense? How is this difficult?
I don't know whether they submitted Tamale or not, but I saw a picture from Suhini. I think the fecal matter that was dumped on the picture has worked. No,
But it's
it has
manure.
worked.
It's manure.
That's it. It remind me of a very serious encounter we had when we were in class 4. The same word you mentioned, manual. Our science teacher says it's manure. And then we started laughing.
And he got angry.
That one there.
He went for a dictionary, and then that was the first time I got to know that dictionary has pronunciation.
Yeah.
Because I was expecting the dictionary to pronounce the word for me to hear. Because he said, "It's manual. Bring the dictionary." And I said, "We were all standing. We thought the dictionary was going to talk." They said, "Look at it. Then there's a certain R up there, sign like that." He said, "That's manual." I said, "You are the teacher."
Wow.
It's all of us go to. So I'm sure they didn't submit the tamale because the greenery I've seen is quite beautiful.
But the way we spend on, look, we even spent 60 million on the accommodation facility for
Yeah.
You know,
$60 million.
I don't understand the science, the logic behind the accommodation.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, the air conditioners are not in use.
Yeah.
in the various they fixed air conditioners in all the rooms,
including the private hostels.
No,
this one, the one at the Liman one.
Yes,
there was one that they said Ivandi and Bani they also use their facilities. So
I don't think they use that.
Okay.
Those 4 new hostels, how do we even call them? I've forgotten their name. There's a name we give them.
Diaspora.
Those 4, yes, Diaspora.
Yeah.
Those ones.
Yeah.
All of them were fitted with air conditioners.
But the students are not allowed to enjoy.
No.
Oh.
At the moment, you're not allowed to. It is there. I think that they would have to find a way.
Yeah.
To factor into the billing.
They will increase your charge if you want to use it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So they'll give you a timetable as to how many times you want to use it before you leave. So like if you want to,
I really do not get it.
Charlie.
I really do not get it.
They could have used air conditioners that are movable. They could have done that.
Yes.
Hey.
Okay. Let me make you guys feel more sad. Even though that's look, the same people who created this mess will benefit from the ban. They are the same people who are going to get per diem once the national team is playing outside of Ghana. They are the same people who will send us advanced team to go and look for a proper stadium for us.
We should send aside the players. Everybody should.
The ambassador there should do the legwork. Get us a facility. We are not sending anybody from here and paying the person per diem. They will go by bus.
Yeah. The players can go by air.
So our situation here, the people who create the mess, they are the same people who benefit from the mess. So how do we win as a nation?
It's wishful thinking.
Anyway.
Well, let's find out what.
Basadik says we will spend $1 million.
Where?
To play the game.
Just to play one game outside Ghana. If that is the truth, then anyway. Who am I?
It is what it is.
Yep. And I swear down. There are days you wake up when you think about our one show you have BP.
Try Somalia.
Hey, 3.5. Gyrof.
Wait, simply the best.
Yeah. We are not on Ubuntu. You have this thing.
I would have heard
Well, time now for the segment. I mean, we were just venting, a while ago, and the problems plenty.
You need that for sanity.
I swear down, the problems are plenty because some of them are just fixable. But then I think that they just choose to not fix it so that it will get you and I, all of us, all the time on edge. Oh, it's unacceptable. Right. To the Daily Graphic newspaper, front page. More groups rise against Galamsey, and yes, we all have to speak up against
it. Your church has stood up to be counted.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I see organized labor as well, talking about it. It's very important because, see, this Galamsey man, as I keep saying, you think it's far from you. It's far. Oh, it's in the hinterlands. And I would never forget. When I went to Kumasi and I told you guys that, I was so disappointed. Yeah. The landscape is puddles and puddles and puddles and puddles all over.
Our garden city.
It's unacceptable. So we all have to speak up. We do not have to keep quiet. Everybody needs to speak. Yeah. We do not need to, diminish or underplay the level of destruction.
And I was happy when I heard the minister say that. He's happy about the conversation that's ongoing. And I think that's good.
Yeah.
See, the more we have the conversation, and you speak to the fact that it's already started getting results. Some members of a community,
I think over the
in fact, 2 different communities, one in the western region, the other one in the eastern region, went to a Galamsey site and drove everybody away. I think it's yielding results, right? I agree, as you mentioned, I talk about the fact that it's an economic problem, right? People want to have a life. They know the money they can make from this. But it doesn't mean that we should all go to sleep and destroy the environment in the process. No.
But you see, at a point, community action will not be enough.
Oh yeah, of
Because
course. It has to be complementary. Yes.
these are galamseyers who perhaps
We also have
are not armed.
resources. Some of
The
them.
people that were able to drive out perhaps were not armed, because a good number of them are armed. They have
yeah.
they have
And
security
you dare
from
not.
our own
Oh, yeah.
military and police and things protecting them.
Yeah.
So that is where you need the ultimate power of the state to deal with this
Oh,
cancer.
yeah.
Yes, the citizens will play their role, but then ultimately the state is that powerful
Bottom
that
down.
if they want
No.
to address this
Up,
issue,
bottom.
you know, it starts with the need to disabuse people's minds. And
Yeah.
you see, there's a part of it that also has to do with people seeing what the leadership is doing.
Yeah.
They see that people come into office and then within a blink of an eye, their fortunes have changed. And they are asking themselves, so why are you saying that the gold that I am sitting on in my own house,
Yeah.
that there is gold, they are
Actually,
telling me it's
that's-
not mine?
You think it's their share of the national cake?
That is the point. They don't understand that we say that these natural resources are vested in the president. They don't get it. Say, this is my house. It's my land.
Yeah.
I found gold there.
This
Why
is
are
my
you telling
cocoa farm.
that? Absolutely. That is because they have not seen an even distribution of development.
Yeah.
If they had seen it and they felt that their monies were working for them, they would not. I mean, there are people who are naturally greedy, but then you can't do anything about it. Those, and that is why laws are there, so you deal with those people. But if increasingly people are saying that they are not seeing their monies being put to use, they would want to take their matters into their own hands, because as we speak, in there are some places water doesn't get there. I mean, even leave the issue of Galamsey. People have to now dig their own boreholes and get their water and stuff like that. When people end up doing things for themselves, they don't see the need for the states, and so they would want to do all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And that is why we have laws to regulate things, and we
Exactly.
must use our laws. Well, front page again. Farmgate cocoa price soars, ton up from 20,928 Ghana cedis to 48,000 cedis. Bag from 1,308 to 3,000 Ghana cedis. Has a picture here of the Agric Minister,
Yeah.
Dr. Brian A. Champong. Another story here, Alan. Two others filed to contest 2024 elections. And Alan Kwejo Chemating has been in the news since last night.
Yeah.
There have been many conversations after he announced who is going to be his running mate.
Chua wana. Yeah, yo Richie.
Yeah,
No feel like golo golo wa.
Yeah, so if you know, you know.
Oh, kakadeya ma. Holy.
So yes, after he announced who his running mate is going to be, there's been tons of reactions on social media. They are asking because you're choosing a running mate that would add to your numbers. They are asking, would this person add to your numbers? But then again, I see also that a lot of people are focusing on the fact that the person was a former Hip Life artist, among others. But he's a private legal practitioner.
Ghanaians will never see that.
He's a private legal practitioner, and so, and he's someone who explored his talents early on in life and has grown and developed into something else. But I wonder why we want to limit the focus to the Hip Life artists.
That is what makes the
We are-
conversation interesting for us. So deliberately we limit ourselves.
Yes,
to that.
but it should all, I think it should just serve as an example to people that you can play with your talent
And still pursue-
yes, and pursue
yeah.
your other dreams.
Yeah.
And so I just don't know the numbers it will give Alan Kwejo Chemating. And I'm wondering, I thought that Abu Sakara was going to feature
that is the impression we
because
all
of
had.
the earlier partnership they announced, or the alliance has fallen
maybe,
apart.
Maybe.
No, Abu Sakara still speaks to the alliance.
Okay.
Posts things relative to the policy, the principle, and then the belief of the alliance. Honestly, I think we will have to find out from Alan Martin what
he factored in,
or why wasn't Abu Sakara on the ticket, because from Rollins, who did South, and it wasn't an issue.
Yeah.
This is the first time that we will see at least a political figure, a bigger political figure. He's doing South. Because I'm told the gentleman is from the Eastern region.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So Eastern Ashanti.
Yes. So more or less like two regions that share borders.
Maybe he's trying to appeal to the youth.
I suspect so. If you look at the guy's age.
Because, I mean, he probably will be the youngest at the moment for the running mate.
So if he's trying to appeal to the youth, the movement doesn't have any young person from the northern part of the country. Is that the point to be made, right? Because many people felt if it's not Abu Sakara, then it's Boniface Sadiq Abubakar, who lost his status as a member of MPP because of Alan's decision, right? There were many other options, but I'll wait to hear him explain what went into.
It'll be interesting.
But I think I saw it coming in a way. Remember, Alan was doing his things closely with the Pan-African television people, and then there were other things that were done on that platform. And I was wondering, that's a socialist platform, right? Of course, it belongs to Kwesi Pratt, right? But then for Alan to be tilting towards that platform.
Imagine if Kwesi Pratt was a running mate.
Massa.
Massa contested in the 2000 elections.
Yes, I also sent
on the ticket of the CPP, right?
It was a great alliance, except that MPP didn't fulfill their end of the bargain. So Sheikh IC contested.
The plan was for him to contest without the NPP.
But the NPP said no.
Well, let's see how it goes. The back page, I'm done with the Daily Graphic.
Okay, the Ghanaian Times this morning. Support government to build resilient economy, maintain peace ahead of December polls. That's according to the Labour Minister. Alan, two others filed nominations to contest December 7 presidential poll. And I spoke to people yesterday. There were many who were hoping Alan was not going to file. Right. So yesterday was a disappointment to some people. Yes. And so, because, so this is the first step. I think those people can still have hope.
The EC can.
If he doesn't present back, he has to bring back the form, filled form and everything, right? Or he has presented it.
No, they are filing, so it means they've picked the forms already.
He's done everything. And it's submitted. So he has paid the money.
To vet.
Are you talking about Alan?
Yeah.
Oh, he's done that.
No, he filed.
Yes.
Well, once he's filed, there's no going back.
No.
Unless the EC says you don't meet the criteria, that's the only header.
So now the only hope can be the EC disqualifying him. Okay, I get that.
What do you mean?
Remember the NDP in 2012 suffered similar fate. Remember? Anything can happen.
The job is a job.
The job.
I'm done with the Daily Graphic, yes?
You were done with the Daily Graphic a long time ago. I had done about 2 headlines from the Ghanaian Times. I'm surprised. Illegal, the banner headline here, illegal mining menace. Government orders action against Galamsey, pushes regional ministers RECSEX to intensify enforcement efforts nationwide. And organized labor associations, CSOs, joint call to combat illegal mining. Back page of the Ghanaian Times. Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Center unveils maritime code of practice to enhance women's welfare. And President approved full-fledged university status for ILGS. ILGS is what? Institute of Local Government Studies. It's now a university. So,
if we learn decentralization.
Yeah, from there. You are a graduate of decentralization. University of Local Government Studies. Yes.
That is good.
Yes. And all the DCEs will now be degree holders, automatic. Yeah, because they are.
This is
they will pay automatically.
Okay, sorry. Fees. I'm sure the MCs will be vice chancellors.
Yes, exactly.
The DCs will be dean.
Yes, and the local government minister will be chancellor. That's it. Sasa.
The new crusading guide is what I have. Abandoned Pong, landfill and matters arising. Details on page 10. Also, Land Commission deflates a Blackwest claim over number 5 Circular Road property. Says land does not belong to Asase Broadcasting Company and declares states of emergency on Galamsey CCCFS to government. Also, small scale mining, not a criminal venture. Reginald Owusu Wampong is making this claim, and Ghana needs Baumia's digital focus for global. But Ghana needs Baumia digital focus for global competitiveness. It's the same thing. Dr. Bano is speaking, and the last one I will knows that the New Crusading Guide always has these stories. Gomwa Ojobi, Agona family installs new Ebusia Penny.
Wow. Then at least in today's edition, now they can rest.
Today they've moved from Greater Accra.
They've gone to Francis Abbas.
Central region. So, what has installing a new Ebusia Penny got to do with the media?
The land.
It's important.
The land.
So that you know who you are dealing with.
Yeah, the land. Okay. And Gomo Jobi, they have a lot of lands.
Hey. Never mind.
The way you say it with him, which area is that?
Gomo Jobi. Right from Bujumbura.
Chairman.
How can we defend ourselves? We don't have the map.
We were young and they say, hey, you're pushing me inside the bottle. You guys have a
that's shopping too much. We used to say that.
Yeah, that's for you here. We were saying some other things.
It was like
it was area specific.
I think the thing is more original because I feel a lot of the things that happen in my area happen in your area because you are all in Greater Accra.
Yeah,
so I think it's
you're kind of Abowashim. Yeah.
And they say Awechi. We will say Wachi.
I want tea.
I want Jimpo. Daily Post. Front page, Professor Nana Jane will make history as Ghana's first female vice president. That's according to John Dramani Mahama. Government efforts to stop Galamsey are weak, inconsistent and corrupt. That's according to the Catholic Bishops' Conference. I'm no longer a politician. Asamoah Gyan denounces NPP.
No.
What would have informed this decision that I'm opting out of politics? I think I have failed the youth or something. And I'd rather focus on that. I'm wondering what could have influenced.
He's doing because this regional youth games, right?
Okay.
And I'm told he got his wake-up call during one of those tours, right?
Okay.
He's realized that it's become factional.
Oh.
You get it? You can only appeal to them people.
Yeah.
You can only, and it goes without saying, right? And then I'm sure he sat back. Did a lot of permutations relative to what's in it for me, because let's take it. Can you give Asamoah Gyan a deputy ministerial portfolio?
Me?
Can you as president? Would you?
I don't know.
I won't. No, I won't.
Why wouldn't you?
I won't.
Make him the head of the sports authority, NSC.
I won't, because Asamoah Gyan is football. National Sports Authority is bigger than just football.
Okay.
Right.
So we should put him on the team of the Black Stars?
That's the point. I'm sure he sat back and realized that, hey, so I'm sacrificing, let's just say, half of my following. That's the reality in this country.
Okay.
Remember the back and forth he had with, I think, Roxanne and Dafemepo. Right. All because of politics.
Yeah.
His credentials that we all could vouch for had been questioned because of that declaration. That's the toxic nature of the politics we have down here.
We have become increasingly polarized
we are intolerant. If someone, divergent views.
There are people I admire on social media, for instance, that you know that they are hardline this particular party, die in the wool, but then they have friends on the other side and they fraternize beautifully.
Yeah.
They give each other shout outs, they tease each other and stuff like that. Why can't we see beyond the colors? Because really, we are all humans, really.
But for
everything that affects us because we are human. It's not because you're NDC or because you're NPP. So why can't we see
there's a reason why, for instance, Abedi Pele has not declared his open support for one particular party or the other, even though he was pigeonholed, even during his playing days. The back and forth between him and Tony Yeboah down to politics, right? Largely.
He said he was NDC.
Oh yes, of course.
And Tony Yeboah was MPP.
Yes, obviously. See, the point is, Asamoah Gyan didn't look very well before he leapt.
He didn't look into the future.
Before he leapt. And you always going to crash if you leap without looking. He had a good thing going. He went to meet the former president when he was about to launch his book or something, right? And it was the camera was great. Went to meet the president. Blah blah. At the point they were told he was a financier for the NPP. People have kept it under wraps. There are many people who fund political parties without necessarily coming out to sing for everybody to hear. So now, what he's done, he's driven a wedge between himself and the NPP.
Yeah.
Because they feel you are undoing the campaign. You are actually a manifesto committee member, subcommittee member. You had input into what went into the sport and youth development.
Yeah, so he was on the thing.
Yes.
They are recommending AstroTurf and things.
And they started building AstroTurf before he came.
But when he came, said
he built one for Accra Academy. Anyway, so
it's a big PR nightmare for the Asamoah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
it is.
How do you justify this, especially when 2 or 3 months ago you were with
you were singing everything. So yeah, basically that's it. I think
done with
okay.
my paper.
You've done. You are done. Okay, so I have the chronicle. The final one I have. Baumias.
So you were on it and you said it's my thing. You both said.
No, I had not started.
You said the final one you have.
No, the final paper I have.
Okay.
The final paper I have is the chronicle. Baumias master plan for railways to partner private sector investors to develop network across the country. And regional ministers tasked to intensify actions against Galamsey.
Right.
Alan Cash files nomination, giving hope to Ghanaians. Small-scale miners reject calls to ban mining. And also coming attraction, sports minister and NSA bosses should be sacked. We can't even grow grass under their watch. Ebo Kwanzaa. Ebo Kwanzaa has gotten somebody.
This shouldn't even be up for debate.
It's a non-starter.
It's not an appeal people need to make. I mean, the appointing authorities should do the needful. You have one job to ensure that our stadium is in good shape to host international tournaments. Just one job, YB.
Yeah.
Anyway.
A quotation for this morning. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. So says the Lord. And it is an assurance from the Lord to you that He's got plans for you.
Is it Jeremiah?
Yeah, Jeremiah. So if Jeremiah has these good quotations, this Jeremiah is even from the Jeremiah that is has been used as in a negative connotation. Jeremiahs who do know that, like something similar to Dalton Thomas says. That's no. Is it Nehemiah or Jeremiah? Jeremiahs. Or like Tobias's. You see? You get it?
The Sambalat
Tobias.
And the president keeps calling us a professional Jeremiah.
Yes.
If you criticize his position and says they're professional Jeremiah.
So then I want to find out the bad things. I want to find out the bad things Jeremiah did. You guys, you went to Sunday school. Help me here. What are some of the bad things Jeremiah?
Maybe there was a point where he had doubts.
Okay, so then that will be Thomas.
What's are you in the Bible?
I don't even know.
Come on for that.
All right, the final one I have is the Insight newspaper. Alan Cash files for 2024 in grand style. Fear grips NPP as opposition gradually. I'm sorry, let me take it again. IB, why are you making me laugh?
It's because it's of his mischief. Says if it's doubt and it's Thomas.
Please.
Because of the saying doubt,
please, the Insight newspaper, which by logical extension is part of the Pan-African television people, and now they have an important information for all of you. Alan files for 2024 in grand style. Fear grips NPP as opposition gradually beacons. Also, Mahama Bimon's state of armed robbery attacks, killings in Ghana. It's supposed to be armed robbery attack killings anyway.
And then killings. So armed robbery attacks, killings.
Yeah. All right. Race for Adenta constituency seat. NDC MPP have failed us. Vote for me. Independent candidate urges voters, and the independent candidate is Hega Esiedu. Also, small scale mining not a criminal venture. Don't ban it. The miners are telling government. So these are the least stories in the Insight.
All right. The final paper I have here is the Daily Dispatch newspaper. While I read it, gentlemen, kindly, one of you should open Starr, one of you should open City. Daily Dispatch newspaper, front page. The EC needs our prayers. They become scapegoats for people who lose elections. That's according to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, that the EC needs our prayers.
Amen.
And Alan Shemating, 69 years. Kwame Danso, 40 years.
40.
Running mate.
40 under 40.
NPP's road infrastructure is nearly double the African regional average. Wow. What a miracle.
So Africa can come and pass here and go
I'm
to
telling you. Minister of Roads says so. But the Minister of Roads, I'm not sure that been saying.
Yeah, he's been working. He's been showing working.
He's been dripping.
Yeah.
Joe got it.
Madrid.
Yeah, the district road improvement project. So he's been dripping.
Yeah.
Oh, God, help me. Save me from these tormentors. Joe Gatti's wife makes history as first female
Joe Gatti's
GVA
wife
president.
doesn't have a name.
That's the point. That's the point. Like,
Let's say
why
Yes.
call her? Like, why are you attributing her achievement to the fact
The
that
husband.
she's somebody's wife?
This one there.
Yeah,
Daily
Daily Dispatch. You could have done
I
better.
also disagree.
Her name. So let me mention a name to you.
All right.
Mrs. Efua Gatti. I
Yeah.
want to even know her maiden name. Cry.
Yeah.
It's okay. Go. We can't argue.
Gatti is a unique name, and the paper could have simply said Efua Gatti.
Yeah.
As a name.
Efua-
And everybody would have known that.
Yeah.
That's where the Gatti is from.
Yeah.
Gatti and Gatti. That's a law firm
So yeah, that's it for Efua Gatti, Mrs.
of
Yeah.
Gatti and Gatti.
Okay, whatever.
Are you sure that's the name?
Oh, yeah.
It's Gatti
okay.
and Gatti.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm
You
not
know
lying.
who else
I'm
is
not
there?
lying. It's okay.
Ivoltri is there.
Okay, calm down.
Yeah. Formerly
Oh.
of the sports fraternity. No, it's people know.
Okay.
And I have mates there as well
Okay.
from Legon.
Thank you, Council.
You're welcome.
The-
By association.
Assemble.
I hope
So you
I
let
was wrong. You draw the letter.
Because there's a lawyer.
you call yourself lawyer. Then General Legal Council will write to you that
Yeah, come on.
Ibrahim Al Hassan, head of sports,
Yeah.
head of political desk.
Yeah. Maybe means who they be do who are guilty as charged.
Starfm.com.gh.
Okay.
Front page. Current difficult times call for experienced leadership. That's according to Mahama. Someone Mustafa Yusuf, NCA boss, GFA over CAF stadium ban. Sadiq Adams to Akufo-Addo. I don't know. I just feel like this sports minister is very out of touch with the ministry. I don't know. Because even when he's talking about the sector, you don't see the depth of understanding of the sector. In the, I don't know. Maybe it's just from my
No, I get
my
you.
perspective.
I get you.
I
get you.
I have about him. Anyway.
It is what it is.
Pius Hajide justifies pledge to facilitate travel of constituents abroad. And Professor Opokwa Jiman supports GNAT. Hey, God, Nat.
Today
Also, why?
Ginat. Pisam.
Pusam. That one is Pusam.
So,
Hey.
hey, there are plenty of stories here. Our own people are here. EIB Networks with one Karimdini Osman awarded UN. I can't pronounce it. Dag. Hammer. Dag Hammer. Da Fellowship. So congratulations.
So he can be in future. He can be Secretary General for the UN, right?
Don't be stubborn.
Oh.
So yeah, I think these things, they are the opportunities they bring.
Yeah.
Also here, the story released a report on Australia visa scandal. Sewa Ami here tells
Government.
yeah,
Of President Akufo-Addo.
yeah, tells Akufo-Addo after Pius Hajide's confession.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Okay, so let me take you to
Our
City News.
people are doing the most.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they are the newsmakers. Allah wallahi. So, City Newsroom. Galamsey.
Why the Allah Wallahi?
Repetition for emphasis.
Allah Wallahi continue.
You are lucky at that. Wallahi tallahi.
Yeah, go on, continue.
Okay. So, Galamsey. Galamsey. Declaring a state of emergency draconian and far-reaching. Lance Minister is saying. And Ashanti region, farmers demand justice as chief private developer allegedly destroy farmlands in Odaho.
Where?
Odaho.
That's where they sound. Odaho.
Yeah.
That's the place.
Yeah.
they recorded
But
the song.
Odaho sounds like a place where Indabusi's church will be like, you know, Indabusi.
What's that?
Oh, no, there's this Nigerian pastor. he has so the other headlines here. Ghana say act now to save Ghana. from imminent collapse, Federation of Labour to Akufo-Addo. You know that Abraham Kumsin's son has succeeded him. Yeah, and he's doing so much. Yeah.
It's a union. It's a labor union family.
Hey, are you done? No, nah, this is cool. Yeah, no, okay. Listen.
We'll be back. Why?